When I signed up for the ecotourism adventure in Mexico, I had no idea how it was going to change my life forever. A few years ago, I'm sitting on my couch remembering that momentous trip. We rolled into the tiny village of Llano Grande on a chicken bus, crowded and cramped, but it was clear immediately that my friend was not going to be adventuring anywhere anytime soon. He was sick as a dog. So I set out to meet our guide. Danielle greeted me with a shy smile, and we headed out to explore the surroundings together. We wandered through the woods, visited waterfalls, talked about plants and animals, and in the process got to know each other. We talked about our lives, our experiences, our hopes and dreams for the future. By the end of 2 days of this undivided attention, we were quite smitten. That night, things heated up and we made love. This was a total surprise. I wasn't planning romance for this trip, so it was unprotected and unexpectedly hot. 6 weeks later, I'm back in the States, and out of the blue, my boobs start killing me. And I realize I'm pregnant. Shit, what am I gonna do? I had no idea, but I had to figure it out, and soon. Over lunch, my friend Carolina gave me great advice. Whatever you decide to do will be the right thing, a perfect choice. But if you do decide to have this child, it will be the next great adventure of your life. That made a lot of sense. So I decided, yes, I'm going to have this baby. Now my next dilemma, what the hell? How am I going to get in touch with Danielle? The only thing I could do was write him a letter, which I did. I wrote to the ecotourism agency and I asked them to hand deliver it and make sure that they told me when he got it, which they did. So now I'm just waiting to hear back. My belly's getting bigger and bigger, and no reply comes. I'm sad and disappointed and hurt because I would have liked at least an acknowledgement. But really, I don't have time to worry about it because I'm soon in the hospital pushing to deliver a beautiful, healthy, brown-skinned, black-haired, gorgeous baby boy. I take pictures to send in a second letter to Danielle, and I tell him I've named the baby Llano. I'm sure he'll write back now with this news. How can he not? But within a few weeks, I don't have any time to think about it because I've got a screaming, colicky baby on my hands, and I have to figure out how to survive as a single mom. Time passes. Llano grows into a toddler, and then a boy, and then a young athlete, and now he's a rebellious teenager, out of sight but never out of mind. As I sit on my couch thinking about how this all started, I decide on a whim, I'm going to search for Danielle. And in a second, I'm looking at him. I see that face, that same round face, now with glasses and a mustache, looking tenderly down at his little baby girl. I look, it's got to be him. But I need to know for sure. I message him. Danielle, were you an ecotourism guide? Sí, soy yo. Oh my God, I can't believe this. After all this time, I finally found Llano's dad. And then I see, what happened? What do you mean what happened? Didn't you read my letters? I only got one letter from you, and when I wrote you back, it was returned to me undelivered. Everything stops. In that moment, I realize that Danielle, for all this time, has been wondering, not knowing if he would ever find out the outcome of that night, the incredible, unlikely miracle of this boy, our son, the incredible young man I have raised, the product of our combined genes and a whole lot of mama love. Danielle, you have a son. In that moment, everything starts to shift. I feel all that disappointment and sadness, the story of abandonment and rejection that I've carried all these years began to slide away, replaced by a new, exciting story. Danielle wants to be in Jano's life.